So I'm going to record it. So we're going to get started. If you are loud, you can mute your own line, or I can actually, why don't I mute everybody? Here, I'll mute everyone. You are now muted. Everybody, can you hear me? Did I mute myself, or can you hear me? You can hear me. Okay. So everybody's muted. So if you're being loud, you don't need to worry about it. But certainly you should feel free to unmute and talk. I don't want to just talk to myself the whole time, but just know that, and that way we don't have to worry about. Amanda can wash her dishes as aggressively as she wants, and Lindsay can scream with her hair color burning her scalp, and nobody will hear her. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Well, first of all, I'm excited to have you guys together. I just wanted to shout out to both Steph Swabity and Amanda Beeman, who are, just in case anybody doesn't know, I'll tell you 3 reasons you're in a good place. Number 1, you are with a great company. It's our biggest season coming up. Traditionally, retailers will do about 40% of their annual revenue over the next 8 to 10 weeks. And we're no different. So you're in the right place at the right time. You're also with a great company. We recently just put $2 million into compensation and a tech platform and new product. I don't know if you've looked at our product for the holiday season. If you haven't, it looks like I don't even have any jewelry on. I do. It's just my earphones are covering it. Will admit though, I'm not wearing a lot of jewelry right now, a lot of accessories. But our collection is better than ever. The holiday season, the Rebecca Minkoff collaboration, just the product is like off the chain. If you think the product is amazing, nod your head or give me a thumbs up, stylist. Okay, yeah, it's the best we've ever had. Our compensation plan, we just enhanced. So we've got some limited time bonuses where people can earn extra over the next few months. We've got our best ever sponsoring special happening this month, which I will, of course, talk to this group about. And the reason we're doing that is because our goal is to double in a certain career level that we call STAR at Stella Dot. It's that sort of side gig position where 86% of our stylists do work other jobs outside of the home. And of the 14% who don't work other jobs, they are predominantly stay-at-home moms or looking after retired parents or, all kinds of things. None of them are bored. Let's put it that way. So of the 14% that don't have another full-time job outside the home, they have some other kind of at least part-time job. So we sort of endeavored to build a comp plan that would work for that level. And the one position is called STAR. So our goal right now is to double the number of stars that we have. And those are people that work for the most part, full-time jobs, but they put about 10 hours a week into their Stella and Dot business. And as a result, they earn on average $2,400 a month. So for our stylists on the call, or for anybody that's starting, you could be a brand new stylist today and you could be a star by the end of this year. Normally it takes about 90 days. Right now in the retail high season, I always say it's like you're on one of those moving sidewalks right now, right? Like at an airport or at Disney World or whatever. It always drives me crazy when you get on one of those and people are just standing there. I'm like, this is not a ride. This is so that you can walk twice as fast. Like, move! At least go to the right so I can get by you. Cause I'm that person who if you walk on that thing and you watch yourself, you're like the Terminator. You're like, you're walking so fast. Drives me crazy when people are just like standing there. I'm like, no, this isn't Disney World yet. This is the sidewalk. Get out of the way or move. So this time of the year is like being on that moving sidewalk because you can cover so much ground faster. What would normally take you 90 days in any other 3 months of the year can actually be done in less than 60 right now. Steph Swabity is a perfect example of that. Although she started in January, she went and did the same thing in a short period of time. If Steph Swabity started now, it probably would have taken her a week to promote to star and 2 weeks to go to associate director because this time of year is just like really, it's just so busy. You're meeting more people. People have a reason to shop. Like all of that stuff just kind of adds up to faster success. So the reason we put that big sponsoring special on is to bring more people in, to just attract more people because we believe it's always a good time to be a Stella Dot stylist. But if there was an amazing time, it's now. Not just with that special, but with the retail season and the sales that you're about to see by coming on right now. So having said all that, I'll tell you a little bit about the company. And then if you guys have any questions, please, by the way, you can type them into the chat or you can ask. I think there's generally 3 things people always want to know, and I'll address those too when you're thinking about the business. And for stylists, they're kind of the things that I always try to address with someone when I'm talking to them. Because at the end of the day, this is not rocket science. This is not life or death. This is like, do you like pretty things? If you like pretty things and you want to be around them, then and you like money, also if you like making some money, then really that's the extent of it. It's just how much you want to do. And you can decide that. We can certainly help show you a pace where you can make, our top earners make five, six, seven, $800,000 a year. You want to be that person and put that kind of effort in, 60 hours a week for many years. That's cool. But if you just want to earn $1,000 a month, recent studies have shown. Well, let me ask you, they identified what was the amount of money identified to be life-changing when added as an incremental amount to the average American. It's an American study. I'm Canadian, by the way, but this is an American study, just so you know. It's your people. Your people did this study, not mine. So how much do you think what the amount was that was identified that would be a life-changing amount in the average household? Anybody want to guess? You can hold up the number of fingers or say it out loud if you want. Lindsay, are you saying $1,000? Lindsay says 1,000. Amanda, what'd you say? 500? 500? Anna, you had your hand up. You're saying 1,000 too. I like this. Everybody's got it's like sign language. We made it up. Yeah. I thought it would, if you had asked me, either that or you're like a clicking golf thing. I also would have said 1,000, but Amanda wins the prize. Yay, winner, winner, chicken dinner. It is $500. So, and it's interesting when I heard that number, I was like, that just doesn't life changing. Like it would be nice to have $500, but when I thought about it, $500 really is that amount of money where if you needed it, it's not really that easy to come up with out of nowhere for most people at most times. $100, I could probably wander around my house. And if I was really thorough and I went to the bottom of the washing machine and my husband's pants and under every sofa cushion and the bottom of our floor of our cars, and I rummaged through all of my bags where I may have left $5 behind, I could probably come up with $100 if I had to. But $500 is a difficult amount to come up with when you need it. It also is a significant bill, right? It's a car payment. It's rent. It's a student loan. It's a utility. It's a major bill that you then don't have to come up with any other way. Or if you were to save $500 a month over a year, that's a vacation or two. If you were to put $500 on your mortgage, I have a friend who's a financial analyst. She's always like, Danielle, you need to tell people if they put $500 a month extra on the principal of their mortgage, the average mortgage, which is, I think, $400,000 over a 10-year term or something, it would be paid off 3 years sooner. It's crazy math. They make such a big difference. So I always think, I do believe, after I thought about it, I was like, okay, I believe it. $500 is a life-changing amount of money that really is a huge difference it's like kids' activities, not having to stress about that. Oh, Lindsay, you're right. Having an extra $500 has done so much for my family. Yeah, I think it's look at Lindsay. She's getting her hair colored right now and she's not stressed out about how much it's going to cost because $500. So hopefully your hair does not cost $500, but if it does, you got it covered. So that was really the amount, and you can decide how far you want to go. But really, we built a company that would allow you to do what you want and earn a high dollars per hour based on how many hours you want to put in. So if you want to put in 40 hours a week, amazing. You can earn a six-figure income. You want to put in 10, you can earn a quarter of a six-figure income, and that's about the star level. So we started the company about 10 years ago. We're actually just coming up on our 10th anniversary as Stella Dot, which is super exciting. The whole idea was to democratize entrepreneurship for women, to give, I think the American dream, but it's a universal dream, is to be able to go out and work for yourself, I think, and not have somebody tell you when you can take time off and when you can be with your kids and when you can go on vacation and all that stuff. Yet, that's a scary proposition to most people, to come up with a business plan and put in the capital and put in the sweat equity to get it up and running, as opposed to something where you can just plug yourself in. And that was really the impetus behind it. It does happen that we sell gorgeous accessories, so that makes it great. But the accessories are really the vehicle to allowing women to do that, to giving women more work from home options. And that's really what the company was based on. So we have what makes us different are a couple of things. If you've ever thought of selling anything, we have a hostess program that is company paid for. It doesn't cost you anything. And what I love about our hostess program is I always see it as a huge competitive advantage versus anything you would sell that doesn't have a hostess program. Because what the hostess program does is it rewards a hostess for partnering with you. It's not up to you to acquire every one of your new customers. It's up to you to work with a hostess, and she introduces you to her 10 or 15 friends, and she's rewarded for doing that. So a hostess program that's company paid for is a real differentiator from a compensation point of view and from a program's point of view. From a product point of view, what I think really differentiates us is our design process. So anybody can pick off of a line in China, but we actually design our line from conception in our like designers' heads right to the day you open the box, it arrives at your door and you put it on. We own that entire process or process, depending if you're American or Canadian. So that whole process is owned by us. It's all proprietary. So you are never going to see our accessories somewhere else. If you see something that looks like ours, it is 9 times out of 10 because someone else has knocked us off. Because that's what happens when you are successful, and when you're an industry leader, other people want to do it too. But all of our designs are proprietary. They're all trademarked. We have over 70 patent pending trademarks right now on different fasteners and mechanics and design technology. Think about our getaway bag, for example, where you zip the bottom and it drops down. That's a trademarked design that's patent pending right now because that's designed by us. So I think that's actually really different than most companies too, because most companies are choosing off a line. And so we knew when we built this company, it had to have an amazing comp plan, and that went for hostesses and stylists. Amanda said she just had a hostess earn $550 in free accessories. So yeah, she was happy to introduce Amanda to 15 of her friends. Okay, that's amazing. So the average hostess gets about $250 free. I love it when I hear a story of someone getting $550 free. Quite frankly, even if someone gets $50 free, it was fun. They got to get together with their friends and they get to pick out a pair of earrings that they wouldn't otherwise have bought, or whatever. This bag, I got to tell you, which I was just getting together for my flight in the morning. I get so many compliments on this bag, and it's the most practical. You don't have this bag as a stylist. It's so good for like the airport. You should have your phone and your passport like in here, and then it zips up so your stuff isn't falling all over the ground. Like, I love that bag. That's also like a trademark design. So that really sets us apart because the product is so unique, and as a result, you get compliments and questions on it. So it's an easy opener to talk about your business. So I think those things make us really different. We have all kinds of great programs where you're constantly earning free product credit, as well as, of course, amazing commission. So the base commission is 25% on everything you sell, but you can earn up to 35%. The average style session, so that's your hostess getting her friends together. There's 10 or 12 of them. On average, that's about $1,000 in sales. So you're going to make between $250 and $350, depending how much you sell in the month. The more you sell, the more you make, towards the 35%. And you can run your business that way, and that's the best way, because it's the highest dollars per hour. It's how you're going to meet the most people. It tends to be how you book and sponsor more. But then the next best thing to that is an online style session where you still have a hostess, but maybe she can't get people together in her living room, or maybe she doesn't live near you. You live in Seattle. She lives in New York. She can still do an online style session with a Facebook event and reap all those rewards, and you just pop on and post and show things that way. So that's the next best thing, because you're still meeting a lot of people. And then you can also, of course, sell one-on-one. So literally, last weekend was Thanksgiving in Canada, and I was at an apple picking place, which, why we still go there, I don't know. My kids are 20 and 22, but it's like tradition. Like, we have to go to the apple farm. So we really just go there to like buy a pie, because no one wants to, at 20 and 22 with their boyfriend and girlfriend along, nobody wants to pick apples, but I make everybody go. But the girl at the apple thing was like going crazy over my necklace, which was that collar one with like the bluish black, you know that one? I don't even know what it's called. I don't know what anything's called. So by the way, you don't have to know the names of things, nor do I know how much they cost, ever. Okay, so whatever that collar one is, it's new. It came out with the fall collection. It's got like those iridescent flat beads on the front. Amanda, you know. What's that thing called? Nobody knows.
I don't know what it's called either. I'm trying to remember. I'm like picturing it in my head.
It doesn't matter. I just want somebody to be able to look it up if they want. But anyway, she was going crazy about that
Hold on.
and I just had it on with like a graphic tee. And I sold it. She ordered one right there. I did the share a cart on my phone, and it was done. So that you can sell one-on-one that way too, and that often happens. So it's really up to you how you want to do it. Of course, you have a personal website. When you join, you get what's called a marketing suite that includes your personal website, access to our app, which is called Dottie, and then another app called Mimi, where you can send out images. So two apps that are proprietary as well to Stella Dot, because we're not only a fashion company, we're a tech company. So you get all that stuff when you start. And then we have a great program for your first 2 months called Jumpstart, where you earn free products based on how much you sell and on bringing a friend along. And that's always my advice to everybody. Start with a friend. It's way more fun. So think of, who you would want to do this with, and then you can partner up together too. So that's kind of, I think, what most people need to know about us. I think the three things that hold people back that they always wonder is, I always say, if you like people and you like accessories, this is a good choice for you. If you hate people, like you just hate them, and you also hate accessories, like you just wouldn't wear a necklace if it was thrown at you, it's probably a bad choice. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. You're not gonna have a good time. Okay. You gotta in general like people, and you have to in general love accessories. Now, it doesn't mean you're gonna like every single one. I have slightly edgier taste than the average stylist. So there are a lot of pieces I see on people. I'm like, God, that looks so cute on you. It's like so colorful and so pretty. I put it on and I just feel like I'm dressing up like a little girl. This is not my style. So I tend, you have pieces that you're going to love more than others, but it doesn't mean you have to love them all, but you in general love that idea and helping other people shop. You will love this. So I think that's number one. Number two is give a little bit of time. It doesn't take a lot of time, but I do want you to be successful. If you have, I think, about 2 to 4 hours a week of flexible time that you could devote to your business, you can be very successful very quickly. And then, of course, the more time you put in, it's like anything. We never endeavored to build a company that would work if you don't want to. That's not what this is about. But if you have even a couple of hours a week that you can put in, then you can ramp that up as you go. But that's certainly enough to get started. And if you can think of 3 people who you would love to connect with, or 4 right off the bat, 4 friends that would love to get their friends together and shop free, then that's really all you need to get going. And I think people often think it's not the right time. And to that, I always say, well, when's really going to be the right time? The thing about women is we're always busy. There's never really the perfect time. You're always going to be about to, the kids are about to be done. The kids are about to start. There's, the weather's about to get bad. The weather's about to get good, and I'm going to go on vacation. There's never going to be that perfect time. Angela's about to move to another state, but it sounds like Angela's going to be moving to another state every month for the next year. So she's not going to wait, or she'll be waiting forever. So I always say, if not now, when? Because there's probably never going to be a perfect time. And I think it's all in what you make it. You do have the right season and this amazing sign-up special. So let me just finish with that. And then if anybody has any questions, we can answer them. But the sign-up special is really amazing. When you sign up for $199, you get normally $350 in samples, and you get to pick them. This month, you get $450. Okay, so you get an extra 100. You choose what you want. We'll share with you our best sellers, and you can, customize your selection. We want you to get pieces that you love. And then when you go out and sell $1,000 in your first 30 days, you'll actually get $200 more in product credit, free product. Plus you would have made $250 in commission. Plus, if you want to do your own launch show, which we recommend, where you're the hostess and the stylist, you would have earned another $250 in product, because you would have got free product as well as your commission. So bottom line, if you join and then sell $1,000 in 30 days, you would, oh, how cute. That's not too distracting. And the adorable little boy has just entered the picture. So if you start out and you sell $1,000 in your first 30 days, you would earn about $1,100 in product of your choice. You can use it for gifts. You can use it for yourself. You can use it for your display. And you would earn about $250 in cash. So you've paid back your investment. You've got a ton of accessories, enough to go out and have a great display and really run your business however you'd like. So that's kind of the long and the short of it. And I do just always say to people, if you were ever thinking about it, this is not to pressure anybody that's watching or listening to this, because the time you have to be ready, but don't start November 1st when the current special runs out October 31st, because you're missing out on about $400 in additional free product that we don't normally offer. So it would still be a great time. You'll still earn fast, and you're still starting at a great time of year and all of that. But if you are considering it, just really think hard about it in the next couple of weeks, because you wouldn't want to miss that by like 2 days or something. It would be a crime. So, all right. Any questions? Oh, the Allay necklace. Thank you, Amanda Beeman. That's what it's called? Who knew?
I have it. I kept wanting to say like Almay, but I'm like, that's a skin product.
You're right.
So
It is a Lizzie Fortunato collaboration. So you have the right piece. I did not know that. Honestly, I had no idea that's what it was called. The Allay. Okay. Love that one. All right. Anybody have any questions or comments or just random thoughts on life?
So I have a question, and this is just in general. So when you're talking about how many hours per week that you are, like that people invest into it, the 2 to 4, that is more of like a stylist level that you're thinking of, that's like, how many trunk shows a month? Like, I'm just trying to wrap around for those people who are super busy.
I like that question. So yeah, so the 2 to 4 hours would mostly be spent booking, hostess coaching, and holding one style session a week on average for a month. Now, do you have to do that many? No, but I always like to set that high bar, because most people I find can find time to get together with girlfriends and drink wine and talk about accessories once a week. They don't all have to be in person. Some could be online. And if you're working another full-time job like Stephanie does, she's a nurse, she's got 2 kids, she has some CrossFit affiliation. She got all this stuff going on, right? She can run them both in person and online. So 4 hours a week is enough to really do about 4 style sessions a month, whether you choose to do them in person or online. And that's around $1,000 in earnings a month. Then you can kind of ramp it up from there. You decide you want to put in 6 hours a week. You could add in another one. You decide you want to put in 10 hours a week. That's commensurate with STAR. So now you could start doing a few more, even helping a few other people come along and ramp those earnings up to an average of 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, and then it just goes up from there. But everybody starts at kind of the same spot, which is go for 4 a month, and then you can kind of adjust. And most people find if they do 4 a month, that actually feels really good. It's a great pace for most people.
I think the thing I love most about this job, is that I've never been rewarded for working harder. So like, if you work harder, you're going to earn more. Like, I've never been in a job where like, if you put more effort in, you're going to get more out like that. So I think that's the coolest part about this job. You can flex in, you can flex out, you can work harder the months you want to, you can just lay back when you want a vacation, but you can sell on the go when you're there. So I think that's the coolest part about this job.
Yep. I love that too. It really is about flexibility, right? You can work when and how you want. Angela, you might be, at some point when you're traveling, you can take it with you, but you might decide, oh, actually, like, this is going to happen this week. I can't do anything, but then I'm going to be settled and I can do more next week. You can adjust depending on what state or country you're in, which might be the case with you.
And one thing that I found that was a little different is that when I signed up, like my first month I did 2 trunk shows, my second month I did 3, and I signed up when I was working. And it wasn't until a few months, a little later in, that I was like, oh, I think maybe I want to take this to the next level. And then I started doing it a little bit more as, star stylist, and then on to associate director.
And that's very common. I think when you start, it's about booking that first show. And I should also say, you'll have a sponsor that helps you. So the person you sign up under is your first line of teaching and training and accountability. If you don't know anybody, just for the benefit of people that might be listening, when you sign up, we'll assign you to somebody. But if you know someone who's brought you here or told you about it, that would be your sponsor. And that person becomes kind of like your bestie. They'll help you like they've got a little bit more experience than you, even if they've been here for one more day. It's not a hard business. It's a simple business. It's just about doing a few things consistently. And honestly, it's just about having fun. We're very much about fun. And it's like the more fun you have, the more lightly you wear it, the more you're just talking about it and like proudly sharing what you do, the more successful you'll be. The whole point of our company is that people have very heavy other boring jobs that they don't love. And so let's give people something fun that's like a side hustle. It's simple. It still is about talking to people. There are still basic things you're going to do, but that if you just did those things consistently, you would be successful and be able to, if like Amanda said, at some point, if you wanted to ramp it up to be more of a job that would replace another job, you actually could, which is kind of what Stephanie's doing right now too. Shelly, did you have anything you wanted to add? Your list looks so cute and cozy sitting there. You're like, nope, I'm just happy. I'm going to sleep in 5 seconds. I like it. Hi, cute Swabity. All right, well, guys, if I would say thank you. Oh, many Swabities. Swabity husbands, Swabity children. They're all here. How cute are they? They're gathering, as it says on the wall back there. It's time to gather. Oh my gosh, look at him.
I'm like, why are they awake? And then I'm like, oh, they're on Pacific time.
It's only 6:30 there. I know.
My house is so quiet because my whole family is asleep.
Well, you should go get with them, Amanda. All right, you guys.
Well, thank you, Danielle.
Thank you for your time, and I'm so excited to hear what you guys decide. So my parting words would be, think about it, reach out to the person that invited you to this, whether you're listening to the recording or you're watching it live, and let us know. We'd love to help you get started, especially in time for the holiday season.
Great. Thank you.
Goodbye, cute
Danielle, you're the best. Thank you.